I remember sitting in a classroom one day, and a white Scottish teacher looked at this class of black kids, and he began to call us some names, like half-breed monkeys, black niggers, fools, retarded. I mean, words you wouldn't imagine a teacher saying to kids. And I sat there and I began to weep. And I felt so insulted as a human. Matter of fact, I began to believe him, because I figured maybe he's right. Maybe we can't learn. Maybe we are cursed. Maybe we are subhuman. Maybe there is something wrong with black people. And I remember running home to my mother with my brown paper bag with my book in it. We couldn't buy school bags. It was a shopping bag. It was my bag at school. And I ran home to that house and fell before my mother began to cry. And my mother did something that I hope every mother does. She looked at me, she held me very close, and she shook me. She says, first of all, don't you ever say that again. And then she says, I want you to read a verse of scripture, son. One verse of scripture. Ephesians chapter 3, verse 20. And to read the scripture, my tears were dropping on the page as I remember what the teacher said to me. And that scripture said one thing. It said, now unto him who is able to do exceeding abundantly above, far beyond all you can ever ask, think, or imagine, according to the power that worketh within you. And I remember my tears began to turn into laughter, because I began as a little kid, 13 years old, I began to understand one statement from the Bible, that the power for me to be successful was not in the teachers, it was not in the educational system, it was not in my culture, it was not in my society, it was within me. And I began to think, God, if you are a good God, why am I poor? I just heard a voice in my mind, and the voice said, I ask you to believe me, and you will be saved, not them. And that night, I made a commitment to believe what God said. 13 years old, I said, okay, I believe that I have the power to experience far beyond all I can ever ask, think, or imagine. 13 years old. And that's when my pursuit of God began. Understanding the power and purpose of the kingdom of the air. You will probably finally appreciate why media costs so much money and why we must get involved in it. When you leave here today, you will get a revelation of why Arnold Schwarzenegger can spend $120 million on a 2-hour movie and make $200 million from it. Or you will finally understand why Madonna and Michael Jackson can command $240 to $250 million a year in their royalties and in their concerts and take home pay in hundreds of millions of dollars. You're going to probably understand today why the television is so dangerous and so powerful, and why the radio is so effective. I want you to listen with an eye and an ear of revelation. We're going to talk about the kingdom of the air as we talk about the nature of the media. I can't tell you how important this session is for your children, for your grandchildren, and for you. First of all, there's some principles I want you to write down first. The first one is that there's nothing on earth as powerful as the human will. Nothing more powerful than that. Matter of fact, the human will is so powerful that God himself does not control it.